Hi guys, I'm Ra Dobson of RPD Consultants, and today I want to give you an insight into using your emotions for success. I recently posted a video that mentioned that although people have access to many courses, books and seminars about how to create a better future or life for themselves, they still, more often than not, didn't do anything about it. They sometimes pay out hundreds or thousands of pounds to attend courses and come out after several hours or a few days with a new outlook and a new enthusiasm to take the world on. They are ready with all the energy and knowledge to make the difference that they've been looking for. Finally, they have a formula for wealth, health and happiness, and they go home with great hopes. And guess what? Within a few days, all but a very few of them ever do anything about it. They go back to the way they were. They do the things in the same way, go to the same places and hang around with the same people. And then when someone comes along and talks about a new book that they want to buy or a course that they're thinking of going on, these people will say, "Oh, I had a book like that," or "I went on a seminar similar to that." They don't work. They're a waste of time. How do they know that they are a waste of time and they don't work, or they are a waste of money, when they haven't even tried to follow the instructions that they have learned? And why? They are just too busy, or there isn't enough time, or "I can't afford it anymore," or the wife or husband complains, or the kids keep me occupied. And all are true to some extent, because they have become the stories they hide behind, the excuses people use not to take responsibility for their own success or failure. In reality, they go to the pub, or watch the soaps on TV, or pop over to see the friends, or get their hair done, or eat another bar of chocolate, or do anything they usually do because they are used to doing it that way, and it's easy, it's familiar, and it's safe. Nearly everyone I knew 30 years ago are still in the same position as they were then. They struggle to make ends meet and still do exactly the same as they were doing all those years ago. And then they question why they've not achieved anything in life. It's because they are doing exactly the same thing now as they were doing then. And if you do the same things all the time, you get the same things back all the time. You'll always get what you've always got if you always do what you've always done. They often say to me, "How have you done so well? Have you sold drugs or robbed a bank?" This is the psychology that they walk around with. They think this is what you have to do to make money, or work every hour of the day. And then you still struggle. People would rather do something that is familiar to them rather than do something that will help them or survive or improve their life. It amazes me, but it's true. The simple fact is, if you want a great life, you have to have a great psychology to suit. I remember when I was younger, I wasn't achieving anything at all because I didn't think I could. My mind and beliefs were being shaped by people who had never achieved anything. They were programmed to be someone who went to work from 9 till 5, or maybe work shifts, and they lived for the weekend. I'd hear many people say, "As long as I can pay my bills and have a drink, that's all I want." And that's all they got. Other people would say, "As long as I can pay my bills, enjoy the weekend, and have a holiday once a year, that's all I want." And that's exactly what they got. Another still would say, "All I want is to pay the bills, enjoy the weekends, have a couple of holidays a year, a nice car, and have a little tucked away in the bank. And I'm happy with that." And that's exactly what they got. It soon struck me that I should be saying, "All I want is 2 or 3 houses to rent out, a holiday home to go to. I want a fantastic little sports car, a top-of-the-range Jaguar, 2 businesses, a fantastic loving wife, and lots of free time to do what I want." And guess what? That's exactly what I have. And so now I'm beginning to think, "Okay, Ray, let's go for more." And I'm sure I will get more as well. Something happens inside when you tell your unconscious mind what you must have to be happy, and keep telling yourself that this is what I must have before I'm satisfied. If you want to be better or earn more or feel better and have a good life with great feelings, then you have to participate in your life in some way and take some action on. And of course, sometimes you have to take risks as well. You have to be prepared to fail so that you can get the experience to make the changes that are needed for you to succeed in the future. There are only so many ways that you can do things wrong. And when you've exhausted all the wrong ways of doing something, there's only one way left. I call it a numbers game or a percentage plan. And I learned this when I was performing on stage doing hypnosis. And even before that, as a young man, I realised that if I asked enough girls out, sooner or later, one would say yes. And I believe that this is what self-help trainers talk about when they say that there is no such thing as failure. There are only results. When you truly decide to participate in your life by taking action and using the numbers game philosophy, you begin to look at life in a different way. And it really does become wonderful. Yes, you get the ups and downs of life, but that's what life is all about. That's why life is so special. We need a little uncertainty in our life. And in fact, I don't think I've ever known anyone who's not had a tough time in their life without a good time coming along soon after. We need our emotions. But if we just react to life instead of rehearsing and planning, then we set ourselves up for a fall or a failure. And what I mean by this is, we as individuals have to take our emotions because they are ours, they are yours, and you should do something with them. You should learn how to use them to your advantage. We were experts at it when we were children. If you remember, when you wanted something, you would first put on an angel face with eyes wide open and a big smile on your face and say, "Oh, Mummy, can I please have the toy?" And if that didn't work, we would ask another 2 or 3 times with a little more effort. And then if that didn't work, we would become firm with our parents and tell them we want it and we want it now. And if that didn't work, we would step up a little and shout or scream. And if that didn't work, we would go into overdrive mode and have a kicking, stamping and head-banging fit. We would yell and cry and scream and utilize every emotion we had just to get what we wanted. And often it would work. You can see it in all the toy stores all over the world. As soon as we got what we wanted, we instantly were victors and we changed our emotions once again. When you consider this situation and what happens, it's a ritual of negotiation. But rather than nurturing it and learning to become more subtle in our adult negotiation, we either keep the old way, which often makes a 25 or 35-year-old person look like a spoiled child, and I'm sure you've seen a few of them, or we forget how to use our emotions for benefit. Our emotions are nothing more than a message from our brain to tell us something is right or something is wrong. A bad feeling is telling you that you should do something different either in your behavior or in the way that you are thinking. And a good feeling is simply a message that you are doing something correct and you should continue in that way and thank yourself. So perhaps the message, the beneficial message that you should take away with you, this is this thought: your emotions are messages that tell you that you're doing something right, and so you must continue. Or your emotions are telling you that you're doing something wrong and it's time to do something else. Thank you for listening. I hope this short video has given you a little bit of information that you can use and it's helped you in some way. Please continue to look on my website www.rpdconsultants.com, or you can look on the Facebook for the Research of Science, Consciousness and Belief, and I'll be putting more videos out very shortly. Thanks again for listening, Have a fantastic day or evening, and I'll see you again sometime in the future. Bye for now.